This tutorial is an introduction to Office HD. Office HD is the second part of our document cycle. Office HD can be used to edit any Office document or any Google document. It's a type of paper for an English class. I would highly recommend using Office HD because again it syncs with all of your Google Docs but yet allows you to edit any type of document that you want. So we're going to go into Office HD. Once you go into Office HD, if your screen is horizontal like this, you'll have two sides to it. On the left-hand side, you'll have kind of your files and locations of where you can get information. And the right-hand side will actually be where you edit. So the first thing I want to point out here is we have local files. Local files are actually saved on the iPad. Let's say you want to work on something at home, you do not have internet access, or you're going to be on the bus or wherever it may be, and you're going to want to get some work done. You're going to want to save it locally. That actually saves it on the iPad. Underneath that we have cloud folders. Cloud is basically the internet or the web. So for me, I have my Greg Berg Gmail account, my personal Gmail account. I have my Dropbox account, and I have my school Gmail account. So if I go in any of these, I'm going to have documents that I can look for. If I go under local, these are all documents that I have put together. Notice they're in Office format, Excel spreadsheet, document spreadsheet, etc. If I go under the cloud, I'll click on that. It takes a few seconds to actually connect to the cloud, but right now I'm connecting to my Google Docs page where I have all of my saved and stored files. So it will go ahead and connect with that, and you'll see all the folders come up here shortly. And once it's connected, you can access any file that you want. So you see I have all my folders come up. I have my more recent documents come up as well. So let's say, as an example, I wanted to edit a document quick. Certainly go into a recent document. Let's say this document's on iPad video tutorials. I could click on that. It's opening it up. Here it is. And if I wanted to edit or change this document, I certainly could just double click or click where I want, hit return. Notice it adds a new number 2, and I could put in text here and edit this document any way I want. I'm going to go through the details of this app in a little bit, but this is how you could access something from your Google Docs. Then if I wanted to save it, we have the little save icon up here in the left-hand corner. When I click on that, if I just hit save, it saves it in the same location I got it from. If I hit save as, it saves it locally on the iPad. So you can see I want to save it as iPad video tutorial. Look at the location. It says local files. That means it saves it on my iPad. And I would hit save, and it is now on my iPad. I'm going to go in the upper left-hand corner and close this right now. It gives us back to this main screen. I'm going to hit back, and it brings it back to these files. Now, how do you set up these files? If you go under Edit, you'll notice that your services come up. If I wanted to delete a service, I could do that. But if I want to add a service, I click on Add, and you see all the different options of services you can add. All students have a Google account where their Google Docs are stored. So what everyone is going to want to do is click on Google Docs, and then simply you have to type in your email, your password, and however you want to describe it. Maybe you want to describe it as your name and your Google account. You hit save, and that's all you need to do to connect to your Google account. Once you do that, it will show up here under the cloud. Alright, I'm going to click done, and what we're going to do is go into the settings here. I'm not going to really spend a lot of time on the settings, but there's a lot of options in here that you can go ahead and look at for this document. Alright, what we're going to do now is I am going to go to a local file, and I'm going to go back to that file I just was working on. And I want to talk a little bit about this Office HD program. If I click this arrow in the top left-hand corner, it goes back and forth between my files, showing or not showing. If I click on the screen at all, you'll see that a toolbar comes up for me to type on and edit on. On that toolbar, the middle toolbar is movable from left to right. I have my font. If I want to change the font, I can go ahead and double click on hold the text. I can drag this. And if I want to change that font, I would click on fonts. Maybe I want to go to Trebuchet, same size, click apply. Okay, and you'll notice that it did change the font. If I want to change the size of that and make it bigger, I can certainly do that. It makes it bigger. If I wanted to bold it, I again could select and hit bold, and it would bold, italicize, etc. This arrow button right here allows you to tab, break into sections, and other examples. These icons over here allow you to undo. Notice it's undoing and redoing what I just did, which is a useful tool. If I keep scrolling, if I want lists or list styles, these icons will do it. If I want to insert a picture or a tab right or left, okay, this will allow me to indent or tab as I would like. Okay, and again, if I don't like what I did, I can go back and just keep undoing it until I get back to what I wanted. I'm going to scroll over again, tab that in, and there we have it. Also, if I want to center text, this allows me to do that as well. Finally, on Office HD, in the upper right-hand corner, this allows me to add pictures. If I click on that icon, I can go grab a picture from my camera roll and bring it right into my file. The eye icon gives me different types of styles. There's also different types of lists or different types of layouts that I can pick. And the wrench gives me some other options in terms of spelling, word count, and etc. So that basically is Office HD. And again, after you edit a document, you're going to want to save it. And again, saves it to where it currently is located. Save as allows you to save it on your iPad. Last thing I want to point out, we're going to close out of this file. So I'm going to hit close. I'm going to save it. Okay, and on this main screen to the left, there are icons at the bottom of the screen. The wrench icon we talked about a little bit already, so we're not going to go into details on that. This second icon, the plus, allows me to create a new folder on my local file. So if I want to add folders, this is how I would do that. The third one allows me to take a document that is on my local file or in my Google Doc and move it. So let's say that I worked on this document at home. I didn't have internet access at the time, and I want to take it and I want to bring it back into my Google Docs. I'm going to highlight that or check. I'm going to click move or copy, whichever one you want to do, and then I would go to the location that I want to move it to. So I'm going to access my Google account. I'm going to choose a folder, and I'm going to simply move that document to that folder. Again, it takes a few seconds to connect to your Google account, but once you set this up and you go through it a few times, it goes a little bit faster as well. So that'll come up. I'll just go in here, folder, I'll hit choose, and it now moved that document into that folder. If I wanted to trash something, I would click the trash button, I would click on it and hit delete, and it will allow me to delete the file. And then the question mark is more of a help screen if you have questions on how to use Office HD. So that is your quick tutorial of Office HD, again allowing you to edit or share or edit any Word document, any Google document, to type a paper, etc.